Alright, I'm back again with the Series Mini EV for a day in my life. And today's quite exciting because I am taking my dog grooming. So go check out my full in-depth review if you want to know the ins and outs of this car, but just some quick housekeeping facts about the Mini EV. Even in 2025 right now, it's probably one of the most affordable options if you want to get into that EV powertrain to just zip around the city. The car comes in two trims at the moment, one with a smaller 13.8 kilowatt hour LFP battery that's mated to a 25 kilowatt motor giving about 180 kilometers of range, and this one that I'm in right now that I call the Series Mini EV Pro Max. Why? Because it's got a bigger 16.8 kilowatt hour battery mated to a bigger 30 kilowatt motor giving a greater 220 kilometers of range. Oh, and it's got a center console for media navigation and other features. Also, here's my dog. Hi, Kulfi. What's up? Good boy. The great thing about both these trims is that they both produce about 100 Newton meters of torque, so uphill climbs really aren't too much of a problem, even with load. And with features like auto hold, it just does do the trick. Alright, so regarding today, my agenda is to get my dog. Kibayo, why are you a bit nervous? This isn't your car, I know, but Bassa, you can't be standing. It's monsoon, it's been raining a lot, he's gotten very stinky. Probably from all the damp fur and everything. There's also a lot of knots in his hair, so I am on the way to take him for his quarterly sort of grooming. Plus the place where I'm taking him is a bit tight in terms of parking and accessibility, so why not use this car, right? It's a bit of a reach, but seat belts buckled, pressing the brake foot, turning the car on, shifting into drive. Kulfi, please sit. Bassa, don't stand. And yeah, away we go. So what's the point of this car, if you might ask? It's an EV after all, and one of the main reasons that I jumped into an EV, I drive a Kona by the way, is that I just didn't want the hassle. No petrol, no gears, no hassle, to be honest. I was done with Kathmandu congestion, which is absolutely crazy these days. The hassle of driving home from work, navigating through tight corners, traffic, hill holes, my fuel bar always depleting. Yeah, I didn't want to deal with any of that. So here we are in an EV powertrain. And I know you might think I'm a bit of a buzzkill, letting go of my manual control on a gearbox, but trust me, that peace of mind, it's priceless. I do want to put out a caveat about this car right up there, and it's the fact that you are basically bottom of the food chain. Forget about bikes. And as a result, I've actually had so many close calls because people just stick out their hand expecting this car to stop, or a bike just doesn't give room for you. And as a result, I have just slammed on the brakes a couple of times really hard. But the car is safe, good to know. And the other great thing about this car though is the parking. My mid-size Kona, I honestly struggle a bit when it comes to parking. Sometimes it picks up half. I'm on a hill. Yeah, I didn't have to worry about clutch control. Anyway, My Kona sometimes takes up half the road, but in a car this nimble and right size, I don't have to worry about it. It won't take up too much of space, and worst case scenario, I can always just move a couple of two-wheelers here and there and squeeze in. Yes, Kulfi, kiboyo. And if you're worried about such a small car, let me tell you, it is adequately listed with daily creature comfort. Like safety wise, it has ABS, it has traction control, it has hill hold assist as well as auto hold, it has a airbag, it has seat belts, it has crumple zone. So yeah, pretty much nifty. And this top trim also comes with a media navigation system in case you want to connect your Bluetooth and listen to some music while you're out and about. Oh, and I forgot the cherry on top. It is a car, like it's a small car, but it has a roof, and this AC is quite cool. Like literally, it does a really good job of cooling the cabin quickly and also maintaining its temperature. As for a range and ground clearance, well, they're secondary to me, to be honest. Why, you might ask? And that's because, well, potholes finish even before you know it. And this car does not accept DC charging, only AC charging. But regardless of your variant, it still does a full 0 to 100 charge in 4 to 6 hours. And it's not like I'm gonna take this car to Pokhara tomorrow from Kathmandu. No. Although, if you are gutsy enough and if you do have a lot of time on your hands, then it should just about do the trick. Some downsides I did notice about this car are that when you have 4 occupants on this, the boot is quite limited at the back to maybe a backpack or 2 at max. And I'm sure you've noticed, but the interior cabin, the color is light blue, so you might want to slap on some darker colors if you want to maintain the cleanliness around here. Oh, and after a lot of driving, my right foot does tend to cramp sometimes. And this is primarily so because the angle of the accelerator and brake pedals are quite tall as compared to other vehicles, but I think this is something that you quickly overcome once you start driving this a bit more. Anyway, we are almost at our destination now. How's my Kulfi doing? I know it was a bit bumpy, but yeah, he's probably thinking, damn it, I got on the car thinking it was a car ride, but now he's about to trick me into getting groomed and bathed. Alright. Kulfi is squeaky clean. Hello. I hope you're doing okay. I know it's a bit stressful, but all of his knots have been untangled and he is smelling fine like a handsome gentleman. Right, Kulfu? Labagorzani, okay? Right? And I decided to cut through Mangalbazaar. Why? Because Bikram took it through Basantapur and Nikunj took it to Bhaktapur Darbar Square. So me, I gotta do what's left, right? Just to test this car out. I do have a meeting in Koteshwar after this in a while, so I thought it'd be best time-wise too, as long as I don't get stuck in a jam. So yeah, do I have the confidence in this? Probably not, but do you think this car is up for it? Definitely. I love that this car, such a basic car, also has auto lock the moment it starts moving. Love this feature. Yeah, this is what I mean by even bikes don't wait for this car. So I am entering through Patan Doka, and hopefully I will be coming out at the other side towards Balkumari. And knowing a car of this size, I'm very confident in the car. It's just I'm not sure if I'm confident in myself. I usually just stick to this road for scooter on two-wheeler, but there's like a big JM EV Easy in front of me, so I'm guessing I should be fine in this much more compact, nifty size car. Yeah, this is why I generally avoid these smaller roads. It's because of traffic. Anyway, just more feedback on this car as I drive this. What's very apparent is the size of the shocks. Like, it does do a good job of like that initial first rebound, but again, the wheels are this big and the shocks are this big on this car, so it does have a bit of difficulty when it comes to like absorbing everything, so not the best. And regenerative braking on this car though, I would say you are better off using your brake pedal. Like, it is there, but it's not gonna take you all the way to a standstill. You are gonna have to wait, and I am just loving the size of this car. Like, I have enough room on the inside. I'm not struggling like the sedan in front of me. And the best part, is that everything is super duper navigable. Like, what I really am learning to like about this car in such a small configuration is that these A-pillars, these windows are like terribly huge, and you can see exactly what's going on outside. Like, this view is crystal clear. I'd probably say a view better than this is only in like big off-roading pickup trucks and SUVs, but otherwise, damn. And the pickup, like, I am definitely a fan of this car's pickup. Just 100 Newton meters of torque with a 30 kilowatt motor, but surprisingly it did this uphill so damn well in eco mode with the AC on. I don't have to worry about it at all. Like, just look at where I'm taking it. If the guy in front is having a tough time, I know I'm just breezing through, and I would have gone through this way faster had it not been for the vehicle in front of me. And here's the really nice part about this car. In the mirrors in front, like, you can exactly see where the front part is, and you can exactly see in the mirrors where the wheels are. I'm not kidding. Like, this is some amazing stuff here. Also, horn down, window down horn is like pretty damn good if you ask me. Yeah, like I mentioned, the shocks probably could be better in bigger vehicles, but you're again paying the bare minimum, and so it is pretty okay in here. Like, I'm not complaining. The key thing about using these inner city roads is that you really need to be patient in here. Like, you need to wait for your turn. You can't be doing overtakes like on bigger roads. You have to give another person right of way unless you want to get stuck in traffic. And look at this vehicle in front. It's having a hard time with its big turning radius. I'm just gonna go by in a breeze here. Like, what is going on here? Ugh, traffic in here is always a mess. What is this guy doing? Well, we are stuck in a standstill. I feel like I'm as navigable in here as in a scooter. It's just that I'm in a four-wheeler. Yeah, I was hoping to not meet too much of traffic in here, but I guess that's not happening. Yeah, this is why I don't use the smaller roads, because of everyone's impatience. But this car is going through some extreme testing right now, isn't it? Yes, it is. Ay vey. I can't believe this right now. Yeah. Oh my god. Now this is fun. Like, not terribly fun, but good enough fun. Anyway, this is the extreme right tight turn I now need to make. And away we go. Alright, that was the biggest bottleneck. After this, it should be okay. The roads are much bigger now after this, so it should not matter. I mean, people with much bigger cars come in here, so I'm not really worried about that. The only thing I am worried about is if someone else like me tries to use another vehicle from the other side. I know I'm rambling, but I am definitely a fan of this car. Like, what other vehicle can you use to go through these roads, these tiny? They're clearly not meant for cars like this, but it's doing a pretty fine job, I would say. Yes, Kulfi, are you doing okay, Baba? We're almost at our next place. I'm sure he's not enjoying it, but the thing is, even if traffic was so chaotic just a moment ago, I did not like that. Because you're cocooned in a cabin inside here, everything is like so nice and easy, and we're done. Like, that was the quickest, even with traffic, cut through Mangalbazaar, and we are out with another gate at Jasal now. How cool is that, right? Oh my god, that was amazing. Would I be able to do this on a bigger car? Absolutely not. Well, anyway, there we have it. A day in my life with the Series Mini, which I think is a perfect companion for everyday city commutes. Right, Kulfu, how are you feeling? He's enjoying the AC in here. So if you're tired of lining up at the pump, or you want to jump into a four-wheeler just to have yourself protected from the weather, and if you're thinking of a first ever EV, then I think this is perfect for not just work commutes, but also your weekly sort of out of valley, out of city trips here and there. Anyway, I definitely think this is a strong contender out there. And let me know what you thought about a day in my life with this car and any feedback, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.